Do you see Gigi's
He
did his 100 days?
He's
at his 100.
days. I
Crazy.
saw that. I was proud of it.
I saw him at day, like, I don't know, 9 or something was when I first noticed he was doing it. And I was like, ooh, 100 days, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
And
That's
here
a
we
long
are.
time.
He
He did
crossed it.
He
Ooh, he
low-key-
had someone telling me fell off. Oh, he needed that.
He looks good.
He does.
He's
He's
like-
jacked.
he's pretty
He's
ripped.
absolutely
His
buff.
bicep was like this
Yeah,
big.
he's
It's
pretty ripped now.
Like
ridiculous.
Mr. Gigi.
Which
Or
is
like,
not
more
good.
like Mr. BB.
Yeah.
Big bicep. Am I right?
Bicep. I thought you were gonna say beefy.
Oh, Mr. Beefy.
Mr. Beefy.
Yeah, Mr. Beefy is pretty good too. I have a really important thing that I
boy.
want to talk about.
Oh boy.
You know the pawn shop shows from 2000s, 2010s?
Mm-hmm.
Pawn Stars, Hardcore Pawn, insane names for shows. Okay. Those are wild names for shows. So I came up with a short list of
Oh,
other ideas for early 2000s pawn shop TV show titles.
this was prefaced with, I have something really important.
Yeah, it is.
Also, only Scott would have a list of alternate names for Pawn Stars on his phone.
Listen, they're going to be, you just let me know what you think about them. All right. That's all
All right.
I'll say.
Okay, go ahead.
And I might even have to lean back for this one.
I got
Oh,
high
no.
expectations.
I saw that this is a recliner. I can't see either of you anymore. I saw this was a recliner when I accidentally adjusted in one of the other videos I was trimming through. And I was like, that's a recliner? I didn't even know. So now here I am. Don't I look comfortable? Isn't this
You're
great?
like oddly leaning
I'm
forward.
like, my neck is crinked a little bit. Let's come back down. Back down to earth. Calm down, everybody. Okay? Let's get serious. The first name that I think would be a good name for a 2000s pawn shop TV show, Pawn of Satan.
Oh boy.
That's good. Hey, that's not worse than
Would you walk-
hardcore pawn.
Well, no.
Come on.
I'm wondering,
Come
okay,
on.
so you can't just say the name. What's the premise of Pawn of Satan?
It's the
What does
same.
the show look like?
It's the same.
It's the exact same.
Yeah.
Would you walk
Pawn of
into a
Satan.
store called Pawn of Satan?
It depends on how good the deals are.
Oh boy.
And do they have big stickers on the windows that say big sale?
So I'm wondering, like, what would be the draw to the store? Where it's like, yo, did you hear about this new store, Pawn of Satan?
I wouldn't even drive past it on the street. I'd be like,
No,
that
you'd be
that
like,
place, there's something
scared.
wrong with it.
Here
for
though,
sure.
let me. I don't think the name of the store is like Hardcore Pawn isn't the name of the show or the
Oh,
store,
okay,
and Pawn
okay.
Stars isn't the name of the store.
Well,
it's just
that's
the name of the show.
Same question. Yo, did you hear about Pawn of Satan? This
And
new
it's
show
That
on
show about
HBO.
the pawn shop. It's really good. That's what they'd say.
Yeah, and you'd be like,
It's about
why
the
is it called Pawn of Satan? And you'd say, I don't know.
Why is it called Hardcore Pawn? For goodness sake.
I don't
Speaking
know.
of Hardcore Pawn, I have another one, and it's a little more lewd, and we'll decide if we want to keep it in or not. Gay Pawn.
You think there's a chance we're cutting that? In what universe are we cutting that?
This was a little more obvious of what the show would be. It's a pawn shop, and it's
Gay
gay
pawn.
with gay
Next,
owner.
Please say the next one.
That would actually, yeah, that would
That's
actually
a good
do
one.
really well.
That's a good
that
one.
would perform well too.
Okay. Here's another one. I like this one a lot. Get up on the dance floor.
Oh. Did you ask ChatGPT for
No.
it? There's no way you're clever
no,
enough
this
for
is all
this.
straight here, right out of my head. So that one's pretty good. I like that one
Oh
too.
no.
Okay, this one. Okay, the other ones were kind of silly. This one is actually good. Don't laugh because it's not worth laughing at.
Oh, no.
jeez.
No, for real. This one's good. Once Upon a Time.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's an obvious.
Once Upon a Time.
Yes.
Good name for a show. How about
Gay Pawn.
I thought he was gonna say K-Pod again.
No, I was being serious. This one's also pretty good, but not, well, it's not as lewd, but it's not as good either. It's just not a very good one. Get off my pawn.
Oh, get off my lawn.
Yeah. And then I wrote in parentheses, not as good.
It's like the oldest guy ever. Get off my pond.
Yeah. Which is funny because it would insinuate don't come in and like don't actually strike a deal.
Yeah.
It's not a very
I
good
think
business.
that's actually a funny one, though. I
Get
kinda
off my
like,
pawn.
I kind of like that one.
And then the last one, Pandemonium. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
that's a good one too.
So that was good. What you guys were hating?
I think get off my palm would be great if it was a super old guy who was attached to his items and wouldn't sell them.
Yeah, he doesn't part with anything.
Get off my pawn.
They're in there offering. He's like, no.
They're like
No.
skyrocketing the price and he won't sell it.
Well, that was Scott's. I have something very important.
When Scott scripts, look what happens.
There you go. That was good.
Yeah.
We enjoyed that.
That was good.
We enjoyed that.
Do you have any
Thank
other
you.
important things that you really want to talk about?
Yeah, I've got a bunch. I have I have a whole list, and it's with check marks. And once we go through them, I'll check them off. But we don't have to do the whole list. Just one at a time, maybe. Here's a question for you. Something to chew on.
Okay.
Okay, if you woke up hungry, like really hungry,
Yep.
6 a.m.
Yep.
Okay, and you took one just regular sized bite of food every 10 minutes, how long do you think it would take until you felt full? Would you ever feel full?
No, absolutely not.
No, I don't think you would feel full. However, you could feel not hungry.
You think so? You just kind of get used to it.
Yes, because like when you wake up in the morning and you're really hungry, a lot of the time you kind of feel sick.
Yeah, I do.
And so if you feel sick and you eat, say, a couple crackers, you don't feel sick anymore. And you don't really have that super gnawing hungry feeling anymore.
Yeah, I get that.
So you wouldn't be starving hungry, but you're not full.
I wonder what the math is. So like, how many bites does it take to eat one slice of pizza? Is it like 10 bites? I don't know.
Probably like
Yeah.
So say 10 bites, that would take you 100 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like a little under an hour and a half. Or no,
One.
an hour and a half. Over
Yeah,
an hour and a
hour
half.
40.
Almost 2 hours.
You could spend a whole day at Hoo Hot doing that.
Ooh,
Yeah, you could.
Love Hoo Hot.
Yeah.
Oh, can we just give Hoo Hot their flowers?
Yeah. They
What
need their
a place.
flowers. They need their flowers.
We love
Hoo Hot Mongolian Grill.
Love it.
It's a good place.
Is that a national chain?
Yeah, I wonder if
Probably.
it's. I think it's national, but there's probably only like a handful of stores.
There's
Yeah.
one here.
but it's not regional.
There's one in Bismarck. So like it's not
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
here.
Yeah, because the Grand Forks one closed.
But I'm pretty sure that there are Hoo Hot Mongolian Grills across the nation, but there's not many of them. That's
It's
what my
always a good
assumption
time.
They're
is.
so good.
I still feel I feel very sternly that if and I have people who say they don't enjoy Hoo Hot.
They're wrong.
I think I don't know that you're wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's on you. I think you're just maybe
you're
formulating the
making it
wrong
wrong.
bowl. 'cause,
They
like,
did it wrong.
when you think about what the ingredients are, meat, vegetables, rice, noodles, like
yeah,
you
it's
don't
all the
like
good
that?
stuff.
you can't screw that up.
you're doing something wrong.
It is
Yeah.
all the good stuff.
And there's like 40 different sauces.
Yeah, I mean,
Make it how you like
I would
it.
just try something different. Like I wouldn't throw shade at the place.
Yeah.
Now
agreed.
check this. Are you hip to this? There are a lot of Hoo Hots.
Really?
There's
Oh.
probably like 30 of them on this list here, but
Good to know.
they only go as far east as Indiana. Nothing farther east than that. They only go as far south as Oklahoma, but there is one in San Antonio. And then they don't go any farther west than about Idaho.
So it's
the
kind of
West
like the
Coast.
middle.
Denver to
right-
Indiana.
the middle.
Right in the middle upper region. And
Yeah.
there's a ton. I mean, this
None on the
is where
coast.
most of them are. This is like the
Yeah.
Midwest.
Yeah.
So Hoo Hot Mongolian Grill, shout out. Love it there.
S tier.
It's a good place.
It's one of my favorite places. I haven't been there in so long.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough because what I would like to do is get it and then take it home.
Yeah.
But the way that it's set up is kind of like everything is frozen and you serve it into a bowl and then they cook it on the grill in front of you. So like if you wanted to get it and then take it home, you'd have to go through all of that anyway.
Yeah.
And then at that point it's like
Just sit there
I
and
could
eat
have
it.
just sit and eat it. And then you can get a
Yeah.
second bowl if
Yeah.
you want to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's
because
a
you
lot
only
of
pay
thinking.
once no matter how many times you go up. So.
Right. I worked for an engineering company I was doing survey work out in the field. You know, I was getting dirty and grimy. I was like a man, working like a man for
There
one
you go.
summer.
Here we go. Yep.
And
For one summer?
You absolute menace, you.
I think it wasn't even a full
In
summer.
Scott's
You're
entire life, he worked like a man for half
You're
a
so
summer.
brave.
Yeah. The story that I was telling was that we went to Hoo Hot one day when it was cold and rainy and miserable. The whole morning was awful. And then we went to Hoo Hot. And I was like, this is like my sanctuary right now. It was
Yeah.
warm. It was cozy. And one of the guys, Zach, that worked with me was kind of like a real health guy. And he would like bike to work and he would do yoga like in between. At work, he would be stretching and stuff. And we got to Hoo Hot and he was looking around. He hadn't been there and he was like, what is this place? And it's like gooey sauces and, you know, meat and noodles and all kinds of like high calorie stuff. And he was like, I think I'll pass. I'll just eat a bowl of rice.
Oh my
no.
god.
Because they bring you a bowl of white rice to like, you know, add on top of your food if you want it. And he just sat and ate that. It's like, dude, that's for us.
The rice is good.
It is good. I do love having it. But The fact that it's like
also,
a bowl of white rice, also that's not healthy.
It's way healthier to go and grab some meat and veggies.
Yeah,
Skip the rice, skip the noodles. Throw some sort of healthier sauce on it and call it a day.
I think Zach panicked a little bit and he just went rice.
That's insane, dude.
I think the truth, now that I'm thinking about it, is Zach didn't know what to do because it is a little confusing when you first get there, and he probably was just embarrassed and didn't want to ask.
Yeah.
And he just ate a bowl of rice.
That is
plain white rice.
So much worse. Instead of just pulling an employee aside and say, "Hey, I don't want to look stupid in front of my friends.
Yeah.
Can you help me?"
And
show me what to do.
The good thing is, though, they didn't make him pay because the rice comes with the table. So it was supposed to be shared amongst us, but he just ate it himself and he got to eat for free. So actually, he hacked it a little bit, like eating the breadsticks at Olive Garden.
1,300 calories of rice.
Do you want me to hit you with another?
Oh, no.
Another little thought to chew on?
Sure.
Just one more thought to chew on, and then we can do a draft.
All right.
What do you think? We have a good draft, a really good draft today.
And it's going to be hard, I think.
I think it might be difficult. Yeah, Greg's the one that's out of the know.
I think we can throw him.
I think I'm going to try to throw him.
Yep,
and he's a big man, so I can't throw him far.
No, you cannot.
But I'll try my best. This was a thought that I had that I think you guys will also agree on, because we talked about how stuff that we had heard our parents say that we took maybe too literally at some points, or like things that we internalized into adulthood that was only really meant for kids to know.
Yeah.
This is one of those. I thought that in order to get room service at a restaurant or at a hotel rather, was like insanely expensive.
The most expensive thing you could ever do.
The most expensive meal you'll ever get.
Yes.
Turns out it's basically the same price as getting food anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's like not any different at all.
Yeah.
It may be a little bit. I mean, it kind of depends on where you are. Depends on where you are. But if you were to just like order breakfast via room service, it's like getting breakfast anywhere else.
And I suppose you just like tip the person who brings it to you.
I don't know. I think it depends on where you are, maybe. Like what type of hotel you're at. I guess I've never really thought about that. Yeah, maybe you do.
But you might be spending $7 extra, and in my head it was $70 extra.
Yeah, at least. And to go along with that is the mini bar anywhere. It's like if you touch the mini bar, you're bankrupt immediately.
Yes.
But it's like, maybe like a Coca-Cola
might be $6
in the mini bar.
Yeah.
And of course, that's expensive, but to have like
your life,
a
man.
$6 Coca-Cola like is not the same as I'm done now. It's over. I'm already staying at a hotel.
Yeah.
So like I don't want to spend $6 on a Coca-Cola, but the way I was like led to believe is that mini bar is a nuke.
Yeah.
Like if you touch that mini bar, and this is not just
basically like being in the Oval Office.
It's over. The red button. And
it's the button.
And I don't even think that necessarily came from our parents. I think that was just like in general, a thought that across the
I think that's like big in Hollywood.
Yeah. Like what is that with the mini bar? Like, you gotta swap the thing quick so they don't charge you. It's like, so they don't charge you $4 for peanuts?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know. Whatever.
It was on TV. They would portray that on TV. So that's kind of why.
So I guess all I'm saying is that it's nowhere near what I thought it was.
Right.
It's kind of just like maybe a little bit overpriced.
Yes.
And that's about it.
Like, I don't know if this is a good example, but I could see like in Home Alone 2, maybe Kevin like went ham on the minibar, and there was some scene where it's like, he spent $3,000 in goodies.
Yeah, I think so. And he ordered a bunch of room service.
And maybe not Home Alone 2, but something that happened where like a kid or someone didn't know. Maybe I'm trying to think. That happened in some movie.
Yeah, and then they go overboard.
Yeah.
Like Rugrats in Paris, do they do something where they order a bunch of food and then
I don't remember.
And then the bill
It
comes?
has been so many years since I have seen Rugrats in Paris. That was a
Why would we know?
That was a
Ooey Gooey World?
an orange VHS, right?
Yeah,
Rugrats
I think
in
so.
We
It was.
played a Rugrats game too.
On the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Guys, can we talk about the Rugrats in Paris video game for the Nintendo 64?
Yeah, that was a fun game.
You liked the Karate Guy the most.
Chucky Chan.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, and you fight the animated wooden creatures.
Yeah, flat wooden board guy.
And they're scary, and they come back to life after you knock them down, and it's a little bit of a jump scare for a Rugrats game.
Yep.
A little spooky.
Yeah, and then you go through Ooey Gooey World. I remember that.
And you play mini golf in all of the different parks.
That was fun, because it's got to be 18 holes or 9 maybe.
It's a lot. I mean, it takes a while. There's a lot of holes.
And they're all very different and very cool, and I love that.
If you kind of explore, it's open world. The game is, I mean, what an incredible game. Can we just give Rugrats in Paris their flowers?
Was there a second game?
Yeah, it was more of a board game.
Yeah, it was like Mario Party.
Yep, and it was called
I remember them
something about
having
adventure.
like scavenger type like apparel.
Yeah,
on.
like a safari helmet he's
Yeah.
wearing. Yeah, that one's not quite as good. It's a little more boring.
Yeah.
It's like Mario Party if it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But the Rugrats in Paris, open world, awesome. And then even in the mini golf, you'd think, oh, you're playing a mini game, right? No, wrong. You moron. It's still open world and you can still roam around.
Oh yeah, you can.
And there are hidden tickets and stuff in those worlds. Can you believe it?
They inspired Grand Theft Auto.
They did. Yeah, it was pretty.
They were there before them.
Of course they were.
Did we ever
Speaking of
get
that.
to the level? 1 second. Do we ever get to the level where you?
Shut up for a
Well,
minute.
I'm not. It doesn't have. When is that coming out?
No, stop. We're talking here.
This is insane at this point.
GTA, yeah, but okay, what were you saying?
The level where you fight Reptar, right? Is that what it is?
We did.
Oh
no,
yeah.
Can I say I did get there in college? I tried. So I think I mentioned this in a different episode where I went back in college and tried to beat all of those Nintendo games that we never had any idea how to beat.
Banjo-Kazooie.
And I tried to beat Banjo-Kazooie. Again, I couldn't finish it. I think I finished Mario 64 and I finished Rugrats in Paris. And the level at the end where you are in the Reptar suit or the giant Robo Reptar fighting the snail guy
Yeah.
is awesome. You shoot fireballs and you punch and it's crazy. And it's like the game is this kind of silly open world, babies running around playing mini golf and bumper cars. And then the last level is this insane like brawl fireball thing. Very
world?
great. And we never got that far
No.
as kids.
No, I've
No.
never seen that.
No. The cool thing about the game is when you start it up and you like go into the ticket booth area where you can exchange your tickets, it has all of the things you can buy.
Yep.
And the helmet, the Reptar helmet is like the last unlockable thing. And it's kind of grayed out. And it's like, what is that thing? And we never knew what that thing was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I finally figured it out as an adult.
Oh, what the heck?
All right.
Let's do a draft.
Let's do a draft. This is a fun little draft. I like this idea because
you came up with it?
I came up with it. So
Scott really likes his own ideas.
no, I was going to say because once we're done with it, I think we'll be able to have an extended discussion about it.
I agree.
So it's actually a thing about all of us.
And now he's all sassy.
And it's not a selfish thing about me. And it's crazy
This
that
is like
she
when she
assumed
attacked us for conspiring.
Yeah, about
in
the last draft.
Yeah, when we gave her all these like advantages.
Trying to make your
What are
life
you talking
easier.
about?
And she, what
when
are we
did
talking
the
about?
one
You
where
don't
picked
remember
Mickey
episode
and Minnie
3?
and Ariel.
I didn't get mad at you for that.
So you don't remember? I'll remember this episode 3 titled whatever we decided to title it.
Yeah.
I didn't get mad at you.
The first like 40 seconds is you saying these guys were conspiring all day.
And to be
Oh.
fair, she didn't get mad at us.
No,
but
I didn't
she
get mad
was
at you.
She was questioning
accusing
our-
us.
I was accusing you because I thought
Yeah.
that you guys were talking about it.
You questioned our morals.
And I won't
I did.
stand for
I
it.
did, but I did not get mad at you during the draft. I thought that's what you were saying.
No. Well before. Before you had any context whatsoever, you were already mad at us.
I wasn't mad.
You should flip your phone.
I'm a little mad now.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't mad.
Well, calm down.
Well, you're probably
Relax.
mad now because the draft went so poorly for you.
That
yeah,
was
because you guys set me up big time.
Out of-
I
out
mean,
of-
you said it. I think it's red characters, and I took Larry the Lobster immediately.
out of all of the drafts that we've done so far, that was the only one that was like not even close.
remotely close, but
But what I guessed was like dead on to what you were
Yeah,
saying.
it
it's
wasn't.
not like you were
you
off,
didn't do a
but-
bad job.
Yeah.
It's just at the end of it when you see what the
Right.
topic
it's
was, it
just
was like,
funny
oh, this
how
doesn't match.
terrible your
Right.
team ended
Yeah.
up being.
The topic. Do we want to do the thing where we put what the thing
we'll
is
just
on the
write
bottom?
it. We'll just write it.
I'll put it on the screen here. This is what the topic is. Don't look if you don't want to see it. You can play along. Okay.
Nobody
and
say it out loud.
Yep.
Don't let Greg hear you.
It's gone now. Okay. So you can look again. Just kidding. It's still there. No, I'm kidding. It's gone. Here's what I was going to do. I have the ones that I think are the best, but I'm not so concerned with that. I'm going to do ones that I think
gonna
might
throw
be
him?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'll get to the good ones. I know I will. So the first one I'm going to start with, my first pick of the draft, in which Greg does not know the category, I'm going to take Taco John's.
Yum.
Go Jones.
Taco John's.
Okay, you're
Now,
writing these.
Taco John's, another, that's a restaurant, fast food place that I assumed was everywhere. But when we made that video, Greg and I made that video with Jaden about the best fast food meal.
Is that not
combination.
everywhere?
It's not everywhere. People were like,
Also
what is
not
Taco
in Fargo
John's?
anymore, which is
Yeah,
very
that's
upsetting.
terrible.
They all closed. But yeah, a lot of people in the comments were like, what the flip is taco? What is a Taco John's?
And we don't
Oh,
get
yeah,
it
it's great.
anymore.
No.
Bye-bye,
My
Taco
favorite thing about
John's.
Taco John's, here we freaking go, by the way. I've picked one thing and we've been talking
Yeah,
for
we're
another 3
just
minutes.
terrible at staying on track.
My favorite thing about Taco John's is when you're in there and you get potato olays, they had a salsa bar. You remember the salsa bar? With it, just like Moe's has a salsa bar. A bunch of options of salsa.
Also doesn't exist anymore either.
Does it not?
No.
It's been closed for years.
I know,
That's
it's
too
so
bad.
sad.
So,
The
yeah.
triple Lindy.
And the puff, the magic dragon?
Yeah.
Something like that. They had it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they had great stuff, man.
They did.
Moe's and Taco John's, R.I.P.
10
to
out
my
of 10.
favorite
S-tier.
non-real Mexican places.
I'm sitting here. I'm trying to figure out the category right now, but yet, like you said,
We
I'm
love
one
Plaza
in.
too.
Yeah, we're one in.
Yep, I already think I know it, but
Wow, that's
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say definitively, you do not. I promise you, do
definitely
not. You
Okay.
do not.
So I think I should also kind of do what Scott did and pick something that might throw Greg a little
Just
bit.
a little bit.
Chili's.
Chili's.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Chili's is a pretty good one. I had considered Chili's.
Mm-hmm.
I have a long list. It's not even on the list, but I had considered it.
Mm-hmm. Now I get to go again.
You want to go again?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I'm
gonna
pivoting my thought. But no, I still.
I'm gonna-
think I know it.
I'm gonna beg Greg not to jump in yet.
Yeah, don't do anything yet. I don't want to give it away.
I already
Just
think I know
say a
it.
good
There's
one.
only
Say- now
two thoughts I have. that
Now
I could-
say a good one because I'm gonna say a good one
Okay.
after this.
Stanley Steamer.
What?
Stanley Steamer.
Mhm.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I don't know if I had considered Stanley
Mhm.
Steamer. That's
Damn.
interesting.
Uh-huh.
What was-
home cleaner?
There was a place next to a McDonald's that we used to go to,
Mhm.
and it was a carpet place. What was that place called?
Carpet. No,
No, it was like
Khaled
a green
carpet.
Khaled carpet. Now,
It's still there.
Is it still open?
I don't know if it's still open. We
'Cause
drove
that-
by it.
I don't think it was ever open.
We drove by it.
I mean, I know what
and
it
I
is.
told
gotta
Kyle, I said, if that is open, they're for sure laundering money. Because
Yeah, well.
there's never a car in the parking
You're
lot.
certainly right about that. Even when we used to go to the McDonald's play place right next door,
Yeah.
I remember looking over and being like, "What is that,
That place is sketchy.
It's dark all the time. No one's ever been in there." So
Yeah,
anyway.
that McDonald's is nice now, by the way.
Is it really?
Yep.
I loved it there. I have great memories of that McDonald's.
Yep, it is nice now.
I used to get a strawberry shake and I would suck up the little bits. I don't even know if they put bits in their strawberry shakes anymore.
Probably
I
not.
haven't been there in so gosh darn long. I couldn't tell you.
Probably not.
Greg's staring off into space.
I know what it is, but I'm having a hard time thinking of 5 that I like.
Oh, do you want to jump in or do you want to wait for me to do another one to just solidify what you think it might be?
I mean, you can go ahead. I already feel like I know exactly what it is.
All right.
but
I think
I think
me
you
saying what I say will lock
Yeah,
it in
I
for
think
you.
so too.
And I want to lock it in
I'm
for you
having a
because I
hard
want
time-
Yeah.
I want you to think
I want to
about
hear
this.
his. Yeah.
I don't understand the Taco John's one though. I'm having a hard time.
Don't worry, I'll make you understand. I'm going to take Canine Advantix.
I don't even know what that is.
Canine
Yes, you
Advantix is
do.
for puppies and dogs to have.
Ticks, right?
I think so. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll jump in. I don't know what
That's
the hell
why
that
it's
is. but-
Advantix.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I'll jump in.
What
I'm
do you
gonna take Liberty Mutual.
Liberty Mutual.
Mhm.
Liberty Mutual. Oh, the insurance company.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
State Farm. What is State Farm? State Farm. Like
Now- now,
State Farm. I want
Talk
State
us
Farm.
through what's happening in
what's-
your head right
what's
now.
Oh,
going on?
sure. I want Liberty and State Farm because they have some sort of like iconic jingle.
Iconic jingle.
Yeah.
Now, Liberty Mutual is Liberty, 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 Liberty.
They're Liberty Bibberty.
And State Farm goes,
Like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there.
See, now I'm
Free
I want-
advertising.
I'm gonna want the ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
McDonald's.
Yep.
I'm loving it.
I mean Burger King, the BK.
The Burger King
Have it
commercials
your way.
are triggering for me.
Right.
I
that's-
hate them
I'm
so
thinking
much.
Burger King, but like it ticks a lot of people off.
Yeah, but at a certain point, you just got to start rapid firing because that's kind of the disadvantage of being
Of
you.
being you, yeah.
Yep. I know.
That's
Just
the
in
disadvantage
general.
of being Greg.
Yeah.
Poor
But,
Greg.
Burger King is what I had thought of because it is such a. It's gonna set some people off, but I'll take it.
Okay, you get one more.
I kind of like the Burger King one,
I do too.
It's their new commercials though that are so upsetting.
Yeah.
but it's based on the old. Did you know that was an old jingle? And this is assuming that this is even what the category is, by the way.
Right. Well,
Which it
I
might
mean,
not
yeah,
be.
Chili's is the baby back ribs, and then Stanley Steamer. That's the only thing I know about Stanley Steamer.
They
And
steam.
The Canine Advantix.
Still not sure what that is, but what is the fifth one? Like, does Progressive have one?
Progressive have a jingle. I don't think
I don't know.
Progressive has a jingle.
I do not know.
No, I don't think
They
do.
have a little gecko.
No, that's
Geico.
Geico.
Oh yeah, duh, of course.
Progressive has flow.
Progressive has flow, and they
oh,
have that
dang
weird
it.
that weird box guy that's like kind of sexual.
Liberty,
You know what I'm talking about?
Box guy.
He's like a little animated box guy
Oh,
who kind of
yeah.
talks like Will Arnett a little bit.
The sensual box.
The sensual box.
Oh, why
they
can't I
have.
think of another one? Is there a pink company like like T-Mobile or
Is there a pink
T-Mobile? Do they have one?
company?
I think they just have like a ding ding. Like
God dang it! And I can't even ask you guys for help, but I'm kind of panicking. I like my first 4 if this is the category, but the problem is
fun.
I'm not even like a Burger King. I'm taking out a necessity. I can't think of another one that even fits.
Yeah, well, you guys all yelled at me for my musical choices, so I didn't get to
No, we
look
didn't
up
yell at you about
musicals.
anything. We just didn't know if they were exactly the category or not.
That is true. I got up and I was screaming and yelling.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I was actually trying to rewrite history just now. And it didn't work. I was busted immediately. What did
Frosted
you
Flakes?
just say? Frosted Flakes, you just said?
They're great. Is that a
Is
jingle?
Frosted Flakes maybe one that you want to lock in?
I mean,
Is that
sure.
a jingle? They're great.
No.
Yeah,
But
that's
no.
not a jingle.
But I mean, just completely
also-
completely off the top of my head, Frosted Flakes are more than good.
They're great.
They're great.
That sounds like a great pick. That's a great pick.
You're welcome,
You're
Greg.
very welcome. That was my next pick, was going to be Frosted Flakes.
Well, that was
just so
very
you know.
nice
I
of you,
just-
Scott.
Very charitable of me.
That was very charitable of you.
Thank you for saying that
All right.
unprompted.
Now, have you done 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to do one more.
Okay, I'll do Folgers coffee.
Yeah, that one was on my
Oh,
list
yeah,
too.
duh.
Yep.
I'm gonna do Oscar Mayer.
Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener.
Mhm.
Right?
Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGNA.
What?
I don't think I.
Oscar Mayer wiener song?
I was actually
Nope.
in my head singing
Oscar
to the
has
tune
a
of.
first name, it's OSEAR. Oscar has a second name, it's MEYER.
No.
Oh, I'd love to eat it every
can't believe I
day.
didn't
And
think
if
of
you
that.
ask me, now I'll say that Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGNA. Oh,
No.
come on. Everyone knows the baloney
See,
song.
my head immediately went to the tune of "I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas." I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener.
Oh, no.
I think
So is
God,
that
that's
not a
not
thing?
the jingle.
I wish it was.
Folgers is the best pick so far.
Folgers
God
is pretty
dang
good.
it.
That's a good
What
one.
about Taco John's?
So
Can't
is Chili's.
Advantage.
Also,
I
what
want
is
my
Taco
baby
John's?
back, baby
We'll
back,
get to
baby
this.
back.
Let's-
I want
let's
my
finish
baby
these off
and
first.
Stanley Steamer. Mine are all very
Okay,
good.
who's up?
Me.
This is chaos.
Me, I get number 4 now.
Yeah, okay, go for.
I'm going to say Klondike Bar.
Klondike
Oh,
Bar is on my
yeah.
list,
What
but I'm
would
not
you
going to take it.
do for a Klondike Bar?
Okay, was that your?
4th.
I want
Did
Kit
you
You
do
Kat.
get
two?
to do 2 more.
So I'm doing 2. My final 2. I'm going to say K Jewelers.
Yeah, that's a good one. Every kiss begins with K.
And I'm going to say, ooh, okay, now I'm tough.
You can have
because
Frosted Flakes if you want.
I have what
Why?
you
You
said
can't
on my
change, you
list.
cheater, you absolute fiend. You can have Frosted Flakes if you want. Me be like to you 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. And now I want to
Jeepers
take it back.
creepers. I'm going to go Glade plugins.
What is the...
Plug it in, plug
Oh, yeah.
it in.
Yeah, that's a good one, too.
Okay. You got
I get
more?
one more, yeah. So I have a few on my list. I did have Kit Kat, like you said, but I don't know if I'll pick that.
Oh, give me a break.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's such a good one.
That's actually top of my list, but I think I might go another one that's more funny,
Okay.
but everybody knows it.
Let's hear it.
Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, gosh.
Everybody
it's
knows
iconic
it.
and it's good that you picked it.
Yep.
But I hate it. It makes me so
Yes,
mad.
but it is for sure iconic.
Yeah.
For sure. When you were
Okay.
thinking of the color pink, is that what you were thinking of?
No.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
what the heck?
Yeah.
That's like
Maybe
the pink
yeah,
product.
Maybe I was subconsciously
Pepto-Bismol.
thinking that.
Okay, so now read them off again, and I'll tell you which ones you don't know.
Okay, well, I took Liberty Mutual,
Liberty.
State Farm.
Bum, 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 bum. No, that's We Are Farmers. Sorry.
Oh,
What's State Farm? Like a
Well,
good neighbor.
like your
State Farm is
neighbor.
there.
yeah. McDonald's,
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Burger King,
Bum, bum,
Whopper,
bum,
Whopper,
bum,
Whopper,
bum.
Whopper.
Whopper, Triple Whopper, and Frosted
Yeah.
Flakes.
Frosted Flakes
I don't even know what that is. And I have it on my
are
team.
more than good. They're great.
Yeah, I don't know.
Great.
Okay, so then Laura had Chili's,
I want my baby back.
Chili's baby back ribs.
Yeah.
Stanley Steamer, gets your home cleaner,
Yes, they do.
Oscar Mayer,
Mhm.
and her little
Everybody is
Christmas.
going to know Oscar
I
Mayer,
want a
I promise
hippopotamus
you.
for Christmas.
Klondike Bar,
What would you do for a Klondike bar? Great
Pepto
question.
Bismol,
Nausea,
Hey,
heartburn, and the rest.
Pepto-Bismol.
and Scott.
What is that now?
What?
Upset stomach, diarrhea.
It's nausea, heartburn, indigestion. But what is Pepto Bismol?
They
Laura's
sing that
watching
in the
like
middle of it.
18-minute commercials. Like,
The Snyder Cut.
You guys are, you,
honestly,
you guys are so stupid.
like, she sings a full 3-minute verse for the Oscar
How do
Mayer
you
song.
find, how do you
Hold
find
on,
the
you
director's cut of the Oscar Mayer
dummies.
Wiener
I am-
commercial?
I am absolutely.
This is outrageous.
You're so stupid.
cut of the
I'm going to
jingles.
find the Oscar Mayer Wiener
As you're
song,
doing
and
that-
I cannot freaking believe
Okay, so
I have
Scott's
to do
first
this right
pick
now.
was Taco John's, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
still not.
Okay, this is Taco John's. It goes,
Feliz Navidad.
no, that's the Christmas version.
Yeah.
That's the one for Christmas.
This is
the
your
one that Taco
1-1.
John's is oh no.
This is your 1-1.
It's
This is your LeBron.
There
here
you go.
it is. This is
Oh, no.
crazy
There you go.
that this was their theme song. This is crazy.
Got a
Listen to
whole
these
lot of
lyrics as I sing it.
Mex-
There's a whole lot of Mexican going on at Taco John's.
Yeah,
That
that is
was
a
a
little
thing?
wild.
And it's so catchy. But it's not even Mexican. It's Tex-Mex. That's their
Yeah.
claim to fame is
Yeah.
Tex-Mex food, fast food. But I
A
just
whole
love
lot of Mexican going
There's
on.
a whole lot of Mexican going on. Going on at Taco John's. What a banger that is.
And then you took Canine Advantix.
Thank you so much for sending me Canine Advantix. It's good.
No idea what that is.
You look it
Folgers is that's I think the pick of the draft.
Yep. Best part of waking up.
of waking up. That's a good one.
Folgers in your cup.
K Jewelers.
Every kiss begins with K.
And then plug it in with Glade.
Yeah. So there you go.
My baloney
Pretty good.
has a first
So,
name.
right when you-
She's looking at the lyrics of the. She's on genius.com
No.
looking up the Oscar
I'm
Mayer
trying
Wiener
to
cut.
find that.
The thing that doesn't exist. Right when you started. Okay, so you said Taco John's. I thought it was going to be restaurants with the best side option.
Oh, what a category that would have been.
And then you said Chili's, which are both apostrophe S restaurants. So I was going to go
Oh.
McDonald's and Culver's and Wendy's
Wendy's.
and hit them all.
Mm.
And then you said Stanley Steamer. I was like, oh. The
Yeah.
only thing I know about Stanley Steamer is I immediately
Yeah,
sang
that's-
it. And I was like, oh.
That's why I figured.
I wouldn't
like,
have said it, but you gave me the green light to say a good one.
But I thought Canine Advantix was gonna give it away too, but you never even heard that.
Never heard of that.
Can't wait to
Canine
show you
Advantix.
all my new tricks.
So
Thank you so much for sending me Canine Advantix.
what really would have thrown me off
My baloney has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R.
You think this plays on TV?
Second name is M-A-Y-E-R.
How many views does this have? 14?
This is from 1915.
This is one of these things
Shut
that
up, listen. Oscar Mayer has a way with B-O-L-O-G-N-A.
I can promise you the internet is going to be on our side of being in the minority of knowing that.
I think everybody's going to know it.
I fear.
No.
Here's
How
what
many views does that have?
I'm afraid people will know it, and I'm gonna
500
20.
550,000.
And it was posted, what, 13 years ago?
2017.
It was posted in 1923.
Yeah.
On YouTube.com.
It's
insane.
Oscar Mayer. My baloney has a first name. Classic TV ad
But they must have
commercial.
taken whatever that was and used it
This
for
is-
years after that, like
Yeah.
in different
Yeah.
iterations.
Yeah.
This is
for
one
sure.
of these things that mom would be like, everyone knows
Yeah,
this.
Yes.
the Comet Makes You Vomit song.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
everybody
What?
knows that. There's two that I have that are another, like, one of them is wild. Do you remember Healthy Systems USA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've
Well, it
got,
started as spray your fat away.
Yeah.
that's what I was to say.
Yeah.
If you've got fat, don't worry about that. Just
spray your fat away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time we
Amazing
every
commercial.
time we see Healthy Systems, we sing "Spray Your Fat Away."
Yeah. And then the other one that is, and I don't know, is Paradiso another, is that national? Paradiso? Is Mexican restaurant. And their theme song is Chips Are Free, Dinner Extra, Paradiso. Which is like, what a stupid thing to say.
But it gets a lot of people in the freaking
Gets the
store.
message across.
But it's like, I don't know, it's weird to like put that in your head. It's like, by the way, when you get here, you are going to have to pay for your dinner.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
give
going
you
to
the
cost you
friggin'
money.
chips, but-
It is going to cost you money. It's just so weird.
I had a few more on my list. Did anyone say goldfish?
I have it written down, but I didn't say
Snack
it.
that smiles back. Goldfish.
Yeah.
And the other one that I had was Huggies, the diaper brand. The I'm a big kid now.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Duh.
Huggies.
Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. That reminds me of the Band-Aid one. Band-Aid is
Band-Aid brand. Because
I am stuck on Band-Aid brand because Band-Aid's stuck on me. Pretty good.
and then it was also Band-Aids help heal me too. Was like
with
another
their-
version.
yeah. Did they have like a collab with Neosporin or something?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
A collab. Band-Aid X Neosporin at Supreme.
Okay. Well.
Oh,
we didn't do
shoot.
apples to apples.
Shoot.
Are we doing that?
We forgot to do apples to apples. Do
Are
we
we doing
want
it?
to? I want to.
Yeah.
Just until, here's what we're doing. We're going to do apples to apples until It's so funny. Okay, sorry. I'm doing the thing again where I'm not finishing any of my sentences, but it's so funny to think of like, we're already panicking on this idea of apples to apples. We have not released a single episode of this thing yet.
No.
And it's like, we don't even know what people think. Maybe
No.
they love the apples to apples. And I'm sitting here like, guys, don't worry. We'll stop doing it soon.
That's why we need to start releasing these dumb things, because there could be segments that people are like, for the love of God, stop doing the draft.
Oh, the other thing too,
And-
I have to publicly apologize. And it led into a thing that Greg said, so I couldn't cut it. But I said the dumbest thing I've ever said, I think. We were talking about shaking the milk, and this might have been in like episode 2. Talking about shaking milk. Like, why do we shake our milk? That's weird. And then I said, maybe that's what Fergie was talking about. A different milk song. Okay? My head, I was thinking my milkshakes bring all the boys.
milkshakes.
Obviously, that's not Fergie.
No.
But Fergie has a different song about milk. And in my brain, the wires got crossed because I'm a moron. And I had scrambled eggs up there. So I said, insinuating that Fergie sang my milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard, which is not true. And no one has corrected me on that because, again, we have not released any of these episodes yet. But I saw it and I was like, what was I talking about there? And I was going to cut it. But then Greg immediately said, speaking of Fergie, and then started bringing up something about Josh Duhamel.
in the
I saw Josh
restaurant.
Duhamel last night.
Can we... Now I can't cut this again.
No, this has got to be in. Josh and Audra were at karaoke last night.
Oh
Well,
my
what did they sing?
gosh.
This is a huge, what did they sing?
Oh, yeah. So Josh never sang.
Josh.
3 of my friends went up and sang Goodbye Earl. And Audra, before they
heard
even
that.
started, she saw it on the screen and she screamed at the top of her lungs out of excitement. And then she went up there and sang it with them.
Oh, that's
Never
fun.
even heard of Goodbye Earl.
You have.
Dixie Chicks.
Huh?
Goodbye, Earl.
No, I haven't.
That's not how I would pitch that song at all.
This is like the
I was
Oscar
gonna-
Mayer
na,
thing.
na,
What
na.
version is this?
What the hell was that?
It's the remix. She's singing the remix.
She's doing the Oscar Mayer
Oh my god.
Space Cowboy remix.
That's exactly correct.
So how does it go?
Na 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 na. Goodbye, Earl.
Okay,
That's
that
exactly how it
sounded
goes.
right.
I still am only picturing na 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 na.
No.
No,
Hey, it's
No.
not that.
But yeah,
I
it
did
was
it
awesome.
exactly right. You guys are so dumb.
That's
Yeah.
crazy to me.
It was cool.
I-
They were both there last night.
Okay, so then before we end this, oh wait, we're doing apples to apples. I was gonna say your number one go-to karaoke song. Have we said that?
Unwritten. I did Unwritten last night and the place went nuts.
Bring the house down type
Yep.
song.
I think mine's gonna have to be Goodbye, Earl.
Yeah.
Because you're so
I mean,
so
you sound
on too.
just like the
you know
chicks.
how it goes. You know it. That's great. Mine would be "Lips of an Angel" by Hinder,
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
and it always has been. It always will be. And then for some reason, that song kind of made a resurgence when the dad rock stuff was popular.
Dad Rock
for,
goes crazy now.
and I was like, "Oh, good! It's good to see it. It's good to see it coming back." And then it, as quickly as it came, it went again. No one cares about dad rock.
again.
So I love me some dad rock. What do we got?
Unusual. Oh,
Unusual.
I have daytime TV in here and I'm pretty sure that's already been played.
No, it hasn't.
I remember playing it for something, I think.
He's rewriting history.
It was,
again.
yeah,
He
it
just
was-
wants a new card.
because I know
this one.
no,
This one.
pretty sure
We've already played all of
This
those.
guy.
Here we
can go.
What are your guys' green cards? I know that it was.
I have influential and wicked.
Dangerous.
It was Wicked.
Oh, yeah, actually, I think you're right.
It was
I
Wicked.
think you did play that.
Yeah.
Do we need to apologize to Greg?
Well, we'll see. We'll have to fact check it first.
What
and
was
then
the
we'll
word?
apologize.
Unusual.
Yeah, none of these are
I also
very
had
good.
Going to Grandma's. I played that too.
your cards?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I picked up a pile of all the ones I've played.
All right. Unusual.
We shuffle it. There's 3 of us here.
The South.
We played
this
that one
not been
already.
I picked
Greg,
up cards that have been played,
Get that
apparently.
outta here.
I'm telling you guys that you're telling me I'm wrong.
I think
Laura
you picked up the
played that.
discard pile.
Laura
I
played
must
that
have, but
card.
y'all were telling me I was wrong.
No,
That's a good answer for this one.
Laura played that card for...
Yeah, for something dangerous, maybe. I don't know.
No, it was for like...
This is
it was
a good
like
answer.
something the opposite of dangerous. It was like a great thing to do. What was it? What do you have for green?
I'm just being a nice guy.
It's just friendly. It's chill.
I don't even know if I won these.
Why do you have a discard
Refreshing.
pile? Put it at the bottom. Put the discards
I'm
at
telling
the
you,
bottom.
I have piles everywhere. There's so many cards just all over. Creepy.
Stop scattering them.
Me and Scott are a very certain type of way, and Greg is not.
yeah,
I'm
no
the one that
kidding.
has to monitor the cards.
Just put the ones we
there's
played at the
30
bottom
cards
of the
just
pile.
Upside down, just scattered on the ground
It's
over
a
there.
mess. There's cockroaches and mold over there.
That one.
My high school prom. That's a good answer.
Oh,
high
that's
school
not
prom.
bad.
Mike Tyson and the Grateful Dead.
What
That's
do we
a
think? What do
band.
we
The
think?
Grateful Dead is a band.
Yeah, from what?
1965.
The 60s.
Then
I don't know anything about the
everyone
Grateful
knows
Dead.
Mike Tyson and prom.
Mike Tyson is pretty unusual. Now, I don't know anything about your high school prom. Maybe we should talk about prom.
I would
That'd
say
be a fun episode
my,
to talk about prom.
my high school prom was not unusual.
No,
So
mine wasn't either.
I think it was about as standard as you
Yeah, same. They're fun.
You played that card just now, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I panicked.
I
had no
think
other
Mike
cards.
Tyson.
Yeah, I think
because
Mike
I don't know
Tyson.
anything about the Grateful Dead, I played that
I
card.
also
Okay.
don't. Well,
Do they have Are they like one of those bands that has a fan base that's kind of really dedicated?
I
Yeah,
think
they
so.
call
I
them.
think-
They call them deadheads.
yeah.
So maybe that is unusual.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Mike Tyson's goofy though.
Yeah, he's a silly guy.
He's goofy.
He's an
He is.
unusual. I mean, objectively, Mike Tyson is a very unusual human being.
Yes.
He is.
So, like, I say we give it the green.
All right.
What do you got? How many do you have? You've won two.
I have two. Do we all have two?
All won two.
I have
Okay,
two.
this is Greg. This is discard, not your cards for the next round.
Wow. Okay, so here's what we have to say then. We all have two. Whoever wins the next one is the champion of champions, and once we release any of these episodes, we'll find out if people want us to continue or not.
Okay, sounds good.
Make sure the discard pile
I'm
is
gonna play the
far
South
away.
next time.
Do
and
not
it's going
play
to
the
win.
South.
I'm gonna find a green card specifically for the South, and I'm gonna play the South.
Do not play the South.
Yeah,
All right. I think I'll remember this. Got it in there before you guys could say anything about it.
that's right.
Thank you and good night. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Goodbye.
Wait, what day do we upload these?
Yeah,
Mondays.
The opposite of leading into have a good weekend.
I hope your weekend was great. Have a good week.
Hope you had a good weekend.
Yeah, hope you had a good weekend. Have a great rest of your week. Goodbye.